The St. Mary police say the body of a pregnant female that was discovered on the Devon-Penn Main Road on Sunday is that of a teenager, and a person of interest is in custody. She is 16-year-old Jadine Gale, also known as Big Red, of Sligo Road in Mountain View, St. Andrew. The identification was made by her mother, who viewed photographs of the victim. The teenager's body was found by residents along the Devon-Penn Main Road about 4 p.m. The body, which was wrapped in tarpaulin, had signs of strangulation and multiple abrasions. The police believe the girl was killed elsewhere and her body dumped in St. Mary. Acting Superintendent of Police for the St. Mary Division, Anthony Wallace, says the police have since identified the teenager's boyfriend, 39-year-old Labid Carr, also known as Chubby, as a person of interest in the case. Acting Superintendent Wallace says Carr was arrested at his house along Sligo Road off Mountain View Avenue on Tuesday.
So our investigation is progressing steadily. From our investigation so far, it appears as if she was dumped in St. Mary.
A 5-year-old girl died in a house fire on Whitehall Avenue in St. Andrew on Wednesday afternoon. Police are currently processing the tragic scene at the burned-out home. Early reports are that the child was at home with her grandmother when the fire started. While the grandmother managed to escape, the girl was trapped inside. More information as it becomes available. The police have arrested 2 suspects in connection with the fatal shooting incident in Hayes Clarendon on Sunday, January 5. The suspects were reportedly apprehended in a coordinated operation on Monday, just hours after the incident. Both suspects are being interviewed. Reports are that about 8:30 p.m., a group of people were in a yard in the community when armed men drove up and started firing gunshots at them. When the shooting subsided, 4 people were shot, 1 fatally. Dead is 31-year-old Daniel Bowen. Investigations are ongoing. Residents are being encouraged to share any information they have on this or any other crime with Crime Stop at 311 or the Jamaica Constabulary Force tip line at 811.
Over 2,000 residents in and around Port Royal in East Kingston are now benefiting from the commissioning of the $533 million Port Royal pipeline replacement project. A National Water Commission undertaking, the project replaced aged cast iron transmission mains with 12-inch high-density polyethylene pipes. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says the new pipelines are expected to last up to 50 years.
What we have laid now are high-density polyethylene pipes, which are very robust, a little bit more flexible, and they are designed to last much longer than the old metal pipes. And these pipes can take the pressure of the pumped water supply to the area. And they are of a larger capacity as well. So there will be more water for Port Royal.
Meanwhile, National Water Commission Chairman Michael Shaw gave an update on other plans for the area.
Now in the final 2 phases to come, we are moving into work involving sewer systems, upgrading of wastewater tanks, relief station, as well as servicing and upgrading distribution pipes in your community.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang has extended high commendations to the High Command and the hard-working men and women of the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF. Minister Chang said their exceptional performance in 2024 has resulted in a significant reduction in murders and one of the safest Christmas seasons the nation has experienced in decades. The national statistics for 2024 reveal a noteworthy achievement, with 1,139 murders recorded, a reduction of 265 murders or 19% compared to 2023. Dr. Chang said this success underscores the JCF's commitment to maintaining safety and security across the country. In a release, the National Security Minister said the police delivered on its promise to provide a safe and secure Yuletide season. Figures from the JCF show that in December 2024, the country recorded 73 murders, the lowest monthly count since September 2014. Of note is the 6 less murders recorded during the week of December 22 to 28, the lowest weekly count since 2001. Minister Chang attributed this achievement to the government's investment in the JCF. In other news, 5 members of the judiciary were sworn in to serve in higher offices by Deputy Governor General Sedman Fuller during a ceremony at King's House on Monday. They are Judge of Appeal Justice Kisok Leng, Acting Judge of Appeal Justice Georgiana Fraser, Acting Puisne Judges Opal Smith and Tracy Ann Johnson, and Acting Master in Chambers Christine McNeil. They will serve in the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. In his address, the Deputy Governor General urged appointees to continue their lifelong commitment to upholding the law and safeguarding justice for all.
Your decision will shape the course of justice and ensure that the principles of fairness, equity, and the rule of law are upheld. We recognize and commend you for your integrity, your resilience, and your steadfast commitment to these noble ideals.
In a statement delivered by Chief Justice Brian Sykes, President of the Court of Appeal Justice Marva MacDonald Bishop expressed confidence in the new appointees.
They are all where they are today because of the recognition of the Judicial Services Commission, the legal profession, and their peers that they are worthy of elevation to higher office based on their work ethic, integrity, dignity, and decorum.
Public consultations for the development of the Kingston waterfront are to be held shortly. The Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF, is spearheading these talks with communities in and around the waterfront. JSIF's Managing Director Omar Sweeney said the consultations follow October's $12 million loan agreement between Jamaica and the World Bank for the Kingston Waterfront Improvement Project.
We're going to bring in private sector. We're going to bring in just all the corporations that in or around the area. And we're going to bring in community persons to see how they envision the park and how it is that we can make this a space that is not only alive on December 31st. We want it to be alive every single day of the year.
The Kingston Waterfront Improvement Project is expected to benefit more than 7,000 Jamaicans and will see downtown Kingston transform into a modern city. And finally, Jamaica's bobsleigh legacy will be featured in the design of the country's pavilion at Expo 2025 in Osaka, Japan. A training sled provided by the Jamaica Bobsleigh and Skeleton Federation and sculptures of Jamaican icons Bob Marley and Usain Bolt will be on display. The event is slated for April 13 to October 13 and will be held under the theme Designing Future Society for Our Lives. At the event, Jamaica will exhibit under the sub-theme Connecting Lives, and its pavilion will bear the title Out of Many, One People, Let's Link Up. The Japan Association for the 2025 Expo has projected that more than 25 million visitors will attend, including more than 3.5 million international visitors.
The partially decomposed body of a taxi operator was discovered at his Trelawney home on Monday. The deceased has been identified as Clive Goulburn, alias Silk, of a Spicy Hill Trelawney address. Reports are that after calls to Goulburn's phone went unanswered on Monday, residents went to his house but could not gain entry as the doors were securely locked. Members of the Jamaica Fire Brigade who were called entered the house where the body was discovered and later removed to a funeral home. The Trelawney police do not suspect foul play. They are, however, awaiting forensic results to determine the cause of death. The St. Andrew South Police have identified a man who was fatally shot in the division on Tuesday. He is 34-year-old laborer Ricardo Anderson, otherwise called Cardo, of Seaward Drive, Kingston 11. It's reported that about 9:45 a.m., explosions were heard in the vicinity of Anderson's dwelling. The police were summoned and Anderson was found with what appeared to be a gunshot wound to the head. He was pronounced dead at the Kingston Public Hospital. No motive has been established in Anderson's death. The Hunts Bay police are probing the matter.